Hello, my name is Christopher Tate. I'm a Red Hat principal software engineer in Red Hat Research, and Red Hat is doing the AI Combinator Hackathon today, and I'm a participant. I want to show you my project that I'm submitting, which is the Smart Device API code generation with AI/ML. So we're going to be generating massive amounts of Java code today, not just Java code. I'll tell you about it more later. But because reactive asynchronous APIs are more efficient and scalable, but are much more complex to build by hand, we can use code generation to build extensible APIs consistently and more secure and faster with AI/ML code generation based on the well-established Computate open source project. This is an open source project I've been working on for over a decade that is really powerful for creating massive amounts of code and APIs and dashboards for your data where you can go and into a web page backed by role-based access control or fine-grained resource permissions and add new data, update it, query it, and graph it in tons of powerful ways. It's very extensible, and we're going to use that today. We're going to deploy it all into the cloud. It works in the cloud very well, thanks to Red Hat OpenShift AI, the leading project in the open source community for building AI/ML solutions in the cloud. So we're going to use all that today. They have provided me with an OpenShift cluster and a project. My project is ctateredhat.com. So we're going to dive in here and add a whole bunch of pods to this and add a whole bunch of technologies. So if you want to follow along, you can go to github.com/smarta-smart village, like that. Go to the repositories, search for hackathon. Whoops. Here it is, the Smart Device API Generation Hackathon. That's what it's called. You can follow along in the docs. We're going to get started here with the prerequisites at the bottom. They've already deployed the VS Code Java image stream that's required to do this, that runs VS Code with Java dependencies. I built this image for this hackathon, and here are the prerequisites. I'm going to jump right in. We need the OC command, which I already have. We need a login with the token, which I already have. And then we need to grant service account roles and role bindings so that our Jupyter Notebook workbench has access to create deployments and everything within our project. That's what we're going to do here, is grant my OC project, which is ctateredhat.com, access to edit access on the ctateredhat.com namespace. So I just need to replace a few commands with this, and then we create this role binding, and here we create a role. I just need to replace the namespace here with the right one. Should have just updated this in the README, but we're going to do this right now. Oops. We're going to update this namespace to create additional role bindings, to create role bindings from our Jupyter Notebook. Oops, let's see. One more namespace right here. Okay, great. We're good to go. Now we can set up an OpenShift AI workbench. So I go to the apps here in my OpenShift cluster, click on OpenShift AI. This is starting up now. I can go to data science projects, ctate.redhat.com, and create a workbench. We're going to call this VS Code. We're going to select my custom image stream here, VS Code, iJava, Java 17, OpenJDK. And we're going to, small is fine with me, create a persistent storage, yes. Create the workbench. So this is starting up. Once it's started, we'll add some additional prerequisites and clone this repo here. Should probably add that to my instructions, but we're going to clone this repo at the HTTPS address. Yay! Our OpenShift AI workbench is up and running. I'm going to open it up. And let's see here. Let's clone some things. I'm going to open a terminal, new terminal, and git clone our hackathon course. So now this is available here, and I can simply continue installing prerequisites right here in the browser. Now let me make this bigger so that you can see more. So we've done this part. We need to make sure there's Helm. I'm just going to, oh, let's see. What we need to do is install some extensions here. We need to install Jupyter from ms-tools AI. So Microsoft's got a nice Jupyter package for us to run our Jupyter notebooks. And then I want to install one for Maven. Whoops, I keep losing it. Let's go here, Maven for Java. Let's see, or was it? I think it was this one from Red Hat. I'm going to use this language support for Java by Red Hat. And then I think we're good to go. So I'm going to reopen this install prerequisites. And now we've got the options to run these things. And we have a bash kernel installed to run bash commands, because that's what these are. We're going to pip install some tools. So I'm going to say run all. And this should install Ansible for us, because we're going to run a bunch of Ansible automation to deploy a whole bunch of Fireware platform components and Smart Village components to do edge to cloud type data. So that got installed. Let's see, and we installed Helm, and yep, that's done, that's done, that's done. So that's it. We're done with the prerequisites. Next, we're going to deploy our Fireware and Smart Village microservices. So that's the next video. Thanks for watching.